Hey guys, it's your boy M.K.S here, back in another video um, about a thumbnail. I know I'm too old for teddies, but this is like an old teddy that was in my house, I promise. Anyway, sorry for my little attempt at humour there. I know I have a quirky humour. Anyway, I wasn't going to make a video today, but I thought I'd because of my patterns, I thought because it's a Wednesday, I would talk about the Black Wall Street. And I hope to cover part 2 and part 3 on Saturday and Sunday respectively. But yeah, so I thought I'd talk about some ideas about how maybe it could be sort of recreated, or at least some sort of way to empower black people through the historic Black Wall Street perhaps. So I hope to come up with some ideas to cover it, which I've been thinking about for a while, but finally got around to it because it's near the end of it's the last Wednesday of February, so I thought I'd cover it today. Anyway, so here goes. So number one, I don't know a huge amount about Black Wall Street, but what I've heard is that what I heard about it from YouTube is that it was an area called, also known as Little Africa in America, and it was where African Americans had their own like banks and businesses, even cinema. Some people even had, I think, like their own private light aircraft or even private jets or things like that. So they were quite well off and quite wealthy, and they used to like do business and trade with each other. So some people say, obviously, people have campaigned against segregation, like to desegregate people, but some people say there was one adverse side effect of that, which is that since desegregation, it has meant that black people haven't supported their own businesses or communities as much as they used to, because they are now going to white or European owned businesses more. So I've heard some people like Claude Anderson, who has some very controversial views about it's a bit strange, because obviously desegregation was fought for a long time, and I don't know if I entirely agree with Claude Anderson, but he was talking about how desegregation in a way has actually hurt the black community, because they have to compete for jobs and businesses in other areas and they haven't really put money into their own communities. I hope that makes some sense, but you can perhaps read some more of his work to find out. I don't really read much, but I've read a bit about what he talks about and seen a few YouTube videos. But yeah, so I don't know a huge amount about Black Wall Street, but as far as I'm aware, it was their own little community where they have their own cinemas and things like African Americans, and it was called Little Africa. And then there was an accusation where someone was said to have assaulted a lady in a lift or something like that, and then with that they were going to take him and not give him a fair trial, but the African Americans in that village or area or that county or whatever it's called said that that state or whatever said you can't take him away without trial or whatever, or without a fair trial. And so a whole riot broke out, and unfortunately it was like destroyed. And some people might say it was even an excuse to destroy it, or many people would have wanted to destroy it because they didn't want to see black people do well. Number two, I would love to find out as much as I can about Black Wall Street. So I did forget to say in the intro, please, as ever, please feel free to leave your opinions or whatever you want to write. You can write whatever you want. Leave hate mail if you must, but I prefer it to be more positive, hopefully. But yeah, please also let me know what you know about Black Wall Street, or any facts or figures or information about Black Wall Street in the comment section, which people can share with each other and find out more about, and also your ideas for how it could be perhaps recreated, or how it can go back to its glory days, or how more black businesses can be supported under the name of Black Wall Street and things like that. Number three, again, I would love to see like maybe like, I know I think there is a guy, I don't know his name, but he's made a board game based on Black Wall Street. But maybe it'd be great to see like video games, board games, and lots of things based on Black Wall Street, and to see the name Black Wall Street maybe being copyright protected by the African American community, so it can sort of help African American businesses through that name, and just unite them together and help them support each other based on that history, and maybe learn about Black Wall Street and like how it can be sort of recreated or remade to sort of benefit the black community as much as possible in America, and maybe even around the world. Maybe even connect with other with a worldwide or global Black diaspora. Number 4, again, I'd love to share ideas and network with other people and see what ideas they can come up with, and maybe even like other minorities could chip in to help as well with their ideas or suggestions or funding or whatever. Number 5, maybe this could be like part of supporting Black people with their aspirations, and also like hashtag buy Black and hashtag Black and things like that. So, or also minorities perhaps even coming together who have been persecuted or oppressed to support the African American community, like with a camaraderie to support each other. Number 6, I hope to do my best to look at how, again, like how maybe African Americans can recreate this company and like rebrand it or brand it and copyright protect it. That's what I'm looking for, and like trademark it so that it benefits African Americans as much as possible. And again, maybe other minorities can become part of it, but it could look at how African Americans can be trained in business, STEM, and other areas for employment, or again, even setting up their own businesses and things like that. Number 7, also it could help people politically, like especially Black women in politics, business, and tech, but also Black people generally in those areas, as well as like other areas of empowerment, like becoming architects or learning, getting scholarships to college to learn to become doctors, or all sorts of different things to reach their own personal aspiration. Of course, different people will probably have different aspirations as well. Number 8, again, I hope African Americans will enjoy this video and enjoy these ideas and suggestions, and really get something out of them, even if some of the ideas might not be that great. Hopefully, at least 1 or 2 of them will be great, so they can hopefully benefit from at least a few of them. Number 9, I think it'd be great to like invest in, support, and encourage African American writers, poets, architects, designers, artists, as in like people who draw pictures, or also musical artists, or people in all sorts of fields where they can be empowered. And number 10, I think it'd be great to support young people. So hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry if I didn't plan it as well as I'd like, but I have been thinking about getting around to it, so I finally managed to get around to remembering to cover this idea and put it into practice. So anyway, or at least making a video of it, at least putting the ideas into a video. And I'm out. Peace and out.